Yay, we've got Creative Chat Cafe tonight on a little bit behind. Okay, you guys would never believe what happened tonight, okay? I know we're supposed to have Creative Chat Cafe at 8 p.m., folks, but we actually ran a little bit behind because you know how it is when you have a live show, you're dealing with technology, right? So we were trying to get hold of our guest, and he wasn't able to, come on to the show because he wasn't receiving the invitation. So we all gotta love Google, right? We have this hate-love relationship. But you know what? Folks? Tonight's cafe night. I'm not gonna make anything out of this, and we're just gonna go ahead and actually, talk about the topic for tonight. So I'm going solo tonight. So if you have your mom, stand by. We're doing Creative Chat Cafe tonight, folks. It's cafe night at Entrepreneurs at Soar. So tonight we're talking actually about 5 key elements that would actually the 5 key elements to creating an engaging website. Now, if you're not familiar with Creative Chat Cafe and you're trying to figure out what in the world is Creative Chat Cafe, so as you can see, folks, Creative Chat Cafe is actually a what you call it, a show that we're doing every week night. I'm sorry, every Wednesday night. It's a Google Hangouts on Air, and if you don't know what Google Hangouts on Air is, it's pretty much this live broadcast. So for some of you folks that had to wait for about 8 minutes or 10 minutes, I do apologize for the delay. Again, we're dealing with technology. You gotta love it when it works, and you have this love and hate relationship. So tonight, let's get started because we're already 12 minutes behind. So the 5 key elements to creating an engaging website. All right. Here's what it is, what I found with creating a website. All right, folks. If you're a small to medium-sized business owner, sometimes creating a website could be a little bit, when you're thinking about it, if you don't have the expertise, what could happen is, you probably will want to try to learn it yourself and kind of do everything on your own, right? But what if you actually have the knowledge, the expertise to kind of learn about what would really help your website, engaging, because we all want to try to drive the traffic to our websites, right? I mean, if you're going to spend time and money into developing your website, you want to try to get people to your website. It's just like your homes, right? Your office. If you have an office, why do you rent the space? Basically, because you want to welcome your clients, your customers to the office, correct? So your website kind of acts that way for your online presence. But in a way, if you go to an office or a home with nobody there and it's not engaging, it's not warm, do you think people want to come back to your website? I think not, right? So my friend Lens actually was supposed to actually come on board with us tonight, but like I said, we'll try to get back with him next time, maybe next week. Lance, so don't give up on us. It's just technology. You know how it is, right? We're going to work it out. And folks, that's the other thing about, working out the technological end of what you do online. Don't be frustrated because it's going to happen. But the only way for you to learn is for you to overcome, this kind of situations and learn how to roll with it. Don't make no fuss, So this is what Len said, right? My friend Len Sprague actually is a web designer who designs websites in the Greater New Haven area. So he says the five things that would really create an engaging website for for our audience is, number one, you got to make it human. True, we all got to make it human. All the technology in the world won't make someone engage with you, right? Or even your website. It wouldn't even, with all the social media. It would not just drive people to your website, because you want your website to be somewhat like your office space, right? Very warm, very inviting. So you kind of have to make it a little bit human. So, people relate to people, not the website presence itself. You have to welcome your audience. So make sure it feels like it's human being. It's very warm and very welcoming. Then Lance also said that the website should reflect your personality, and I really have to agree with Lance on this, because here's what it is, right? So everybody just if they're starting a new business and they want to grow their online presence, right? And sometimes they're like, I'm in a hurry. I just want to get a slap off my website, get it done, and then just get people there. It's not the same with it's not really, it doesn't work that way, and it's not build the feel and they will come. It doesn't happen that way. All right. You have to your website has to present you, your personality, what you do, what the business is all about. Okay. Because if it's not you, then they might just as well, just get a templated website, and put somebody else's picture and, do business with that other person, right? So number 2, make the website simple, he says. You know why it's simple? Because, when people land on your website, you don't want your website to be too confusing for your audience, because when that happens, I believe the statistics is about 5 to 10 seconds that you need to capture the attention of your audience. If you don't, they will stare away and they may never come back. So make it simple, because if it's too confusing, people will not come back. All right. Prune the design and prune it to your message. Okay. And one singular focus that kind of resonates throughout the entire website, the feel, that would be great too, so that they're not concentrating on 5 or 6 different things. We human beings can only process like 3 things at a time. So keep it really simple. It's KISS. Keep it simple, stupid. So that's number 2. So you make it simple, right? Number 3, he says, make sure you reward people for engaging. And I truly agree, right? So an example would be, he says, to pay them off, give them something, a sample, a batch, a coupon, a special price, just something free. You and I, we love something free. Free is good, right? So an example would be, if you actually have a website that you designed, right? You want people to keep coming back, right? So what if you did, you reward people for if they actually, read your blog or they subscribe to your mailing list. Give them something free. Reward them for supporting you and for, engaging with you. If they actually, comment on your blog page, well, you might want to give them something like, hey, I've got this free list of yada yada yada. I'd like to send it to you. Subscribe to our mailing list, and I'll send this free stuff to you. So that's a great example of reward people when they're engaging. And then you got to start small. Here's what it is, right? Website can be really intimidating for some people, because number 1, if you are to do one sitting and think about all the pages of the website that you really want to actually, design. Oh my God, I want to do 10 pages, and all 10 pages should have a good funnel through into my funnel system, to my sales process. And then you're overwhelmed, and you will probably end up not doing it, and you would not pay extra attention to it. The website would not reflect you and your business, So start small and then gradually add on to your website. That's a great way to grow your website, and look for small amounts of engagement. If you, one of the things that we do at Entrepreneurs at Soar is actually we create backlinks, to our website. So if we were to post something to social media, we want to try to get, we would try to get people to visit our website from that link. You know, it creates some kind of traffic for the website, and then you know, our audience can engage with us a little bit more, both on social media and probably on our website or the blog if you have a blog page, right? So number 4 is start small. Don't overwhelm yourself with 10, 20 pages, because you know, it's always great to grow your website a bit at a time. So start small, okay? And then the 5th one is create engaging content. Oh my God, I cannot tell you how much, you know, people are talking about engaging content these days. You might be wondering what the heck is engaging content, right? So if you're the kind of person, you know how we human beings kind of process our information in 3 ways, through text, through audio, or through visual, right? And visual nowadays are mostly represented like videos like this. So if you're the video kind of person, you might want to create engaging content. So for us at Entrepreneurs at Soar, other than Creative Chat Cafe, we also have our show, my show called Zevzes TV. So one of the things that we try to do is to create engaging content, you know, and make sure you update it regularly, because nobody likes stale stuff, you know. I mean, who wants to eat stale cake, stale bread, right? It's just the same thing with your website. So you do not want to let it, you know, sit there for a long time in the same design. You might want to, you know, change it, maybe, you know, do a schedule for it and keep it fresh. All right. Engaging content could also be audio. If you do, you know, a blog radio show, you know, you can always put that in there, because when people listen to it, they go like, oh my God, this is awesome. They actually have a radio show that I didn't know about. So that's a great way to put engaging content in there, because you and I know when people hear something or they, you know, watch something, they're always inclined to, hey, I want to respond to that, right? So that's a great way to create engaging content on your website. Now, other than that, it could be events. Make the events current. So sometimes, you know, engaging content other than audio, text, and video, you can create events. Events, for instance, if you target a local market, right? You want to create an event where you would invite your audience to come and meet you, or you know, hey, I'm going to be at this networking event next week. We would like you to join us. And somebody will probably engage with you and say, hey, what's it going to be at? You know, is there a fee to it? Is this free networking? Who else is going to be there? And all that stuff. So that's a great way to create engaging content. So I know we probably, you know, are a little bit off tonight, so we're probably about 8 minutes away from ending the show. But one thing I wanted to also kind of review in all the website, I'm going to kind of show you what I talked earlier about creating, rewarding people for engaging. And a good example is if somebody subscribes to your mailing list, you might want to give something for free. So I'm going to share with you my screen, all right, and we're actually going to show you our website. And actually our website is, give me a second here. Oh, you get to see my face now. So here's an example of our website, right, folks? You actually, if you land on our website page, right, we talked about, you know, reward people for engaging. So if somebody, for instance, for us at Entrepreneurs at Soar, we give, you know, when somebody wants our free updates and they actually engage by putting, you know, subscribing to our email list, what we give them is, you know, we give them free updates and receive free list of budget-friendly business tools that would help them save money, get organized, and work smarter. Now, here's a great example of the website representing you and your business, right? Your personality. So one of the things that I'm big about about our website is the color. It represents my, my energy level, I think, at some point or other, and it also represents, our colors, our brand, and all the smiles, because we want people to know that our personality is fun, engaging, energetic, because we really don't want people to come in and go like, oh my god, this website is so boring. All right, so some of the things that we also have on our website is our vlog, which is actually our blog page. So our blog page houses all my Zevzaz TV show. I mean, it's all blog and it's all picture. It represents our energy, and if you're the kind of person that is a little bit energetic like I am, like the Energizer Bunny, right, you might want to put pictures that reflect that energy. So you really don't want something boring, because in a way you want your audience to remember you for who you are, right? So that's a great example of what you can actually do with your oh, there goes my tunnel vision again. So that's a great example of how you can actually, some of the key points that Lance shared with us tonight, make the website engaging, create engaging content, make it human. Because if you put a picture of, I don't know, a logo only, I mean, there's no relatability to the website, because somebody's gonna like, okay, that's a logo, and she claims to be, entrepreneurs at Soar, but that's just a logo. How boring is that? So you kind of want to represent the energy to your business, what you do. If you're of a more professional, person, maybe you're a business professional, right? You want to kind of cater that too, so so that you have credibility with your audience. So before we go, I also wanted to kind of remind everybody, I will do a quick wrap up of the 5 points again, but I will also want to remind everybody, in case you don't know this, I'm going to share my screen real quick again. In case you don't know this, last week we actually launched our video contest. So I don't know if anybody remember our show from last week. We were talking about, we actually showed you how to actually record a YouTube video using your webcam. We taught you how to actually upload that video to your your YouTube channel, right? So I'm going to share with you, in case you forgot, where you're uploading this. So there are two places that you can, oops, there you go. There are two places actually that you can actually upload your videos. You can actually go to Facebook, all right, and on Facebook you would be looking for Entrepreneurs That Soar, which is our Facebook page, and this was the video contest information that we sent out last week. It even talks, it even walks you through, how to record your YouTube video, and then you can upload to either one of our pages below. You can go to Facebook and go to Entrepreneurs That Soar and upload your videos there, or you can actually go to Google Plus and look for Creative Chat Cafe, and you can also upload your videos there. So folks, what are you getting? So here's a great opportunity to be our rock star on the 21st, right? Actually, we will announce the winner on the 21st night of our Creative Chat Cafe. And on the 28th, we'll be bringing you on for a quick intro. If our fans like your video, you'll come on as our guest, as our co-host on the Creative Chat Cafe on August 28th. So here's your chance to be a star. Wink, wink. All right, so folks, we're about 2 minutes away. I know, again, I apologize for that, that mishap with the technology. I know you guys out there probably are thinking like, oh my God, she probably is hyperventilating. Well, we had that moment. It's gone. It's gone. We don't overthink about that. So what I want to do right now is just kind of wrap up the 5 points that we talked about, the 5 ways to create an engaging website. So before we go tonight, here is a review again of the 5 things, the 5 ways to create an engaging website. Number 1, make it human. All right? People do business with people they enjoy and like, and your website too should also represent your personality. Number 2, make it simple. Nobody likes confusing websites and opening 20 different clicks, right? Keep it simple, KISS. Keep it simple, stupid. Number 3, reward people for engaging with you. You can give a free white paper of a PR campaign, or a sample of how to create editorial calendars. Those kind of things are great for something free that you can give. You can reward your your audience for engaging with you. Number 4, always start small with your website. You don't want to be overwhelmed with oh I have 20, 50 pages that I want to do, but I don't have the time or energy. So focus on small things first, and then you can always grow your website later. Now, number 5, this is pretty important. Create engaging content, because when people go to an office and people expect somebody's home, they expect somebody to say, hey, welcome to our office. That's exactly what it is too with the website. Create engaging content because people want to talk to you. They expect to have a little bit of conversation with you on your website, right? And that's the 5 points, folks. And before we leave tonight, we now have a closing for our Credit Check Cafe. And until next week, which will be our show that will be talking about email marketing, this is Zevzan, and you're watching our Creative Chat Cafe. And here's our goodbye closing credits to you. Bye, everybody. Let me share my screen real quick.